Okay, I think there's really two things for me that have been very special about the experience with iCAN. The first one is really about what happens in the classroom. I'm so impressed by the way that the school uses a very participatory approach. There's a lot of group work and the kids are really learning to work together and learn together. And yet at the same time, each child has their own targets and they know so clearly what they personally need to work on, and they feel so good about that. So it's always done in a way that makes them feel, I think, very capable. So I find that combination really fantastic, because I think sometimes people think, oh, if kids are learning in a group, will my kid really be stretched? You know, will they really be doing what they need to do? But I've found that both of those things are done together very, very skillfully. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing I would say is more about the kind of social aspect of the school. You know, I've found that the school is just, it's so inclusive, it's very rooted in Cambodia. So while this is genuinely an international environment, I feel that the school is really relating to what's special about Cambodia. And it definitely, you know, as my partner was Cambodian, I felt that he always felt so comfortable with his school. And sometimes in an international environment, you can't always take that for granted. So that's something very important. And then just the way that that social environment addresses the whole child. So that, you know, when we went through a very, very difficult family experience of bereavement, I felt so comfortable that Rosa's, you know, whole experience as a person and her kind of emotional health was being addressed alongside her education. And I just felt so much confidence in that, and that's something very special, I think. So it's a kind of, yeah, taking the emotions into account, taking the social experience into account, and also making the children understand that that's important, that how you behave with other people, how you treat other people, how you express your principles as a person is important.
After I came, when I seen the school, I talked to the people, and I decided that all my children going to come here. Like I said earlier, because like the mission statement, it says it all about the method of teaching. And when I visit different classes, I feel that the teaching is very natural. It flows with the kid, instead of just the kid sitting and hear a lecture from a teacher or teacher preach. And I see there's a lot of in interaction, engagement between teacher and the teacher assistants. And I think teaching is very important, because you have to love what you're doing, and because the kid they can feel it. I mean, because you cannot fake it. I mean, if you fake it, they will know it. Kids are very special. I mean, as an adult, we don't really pick up these things, but the kid, you cannot just wing it, you know. So
lots of special things aren't there about iCAN, but I think for me and for Dan, my husband, one of the greatest things is that you really involve us in the children's learning. That it's a sort of a journey of discovery that we all do together. You know, you have coffee mornings and you have these entry points, you know, with each of the subjects, and you try to help us understand what the children are learning, so at home we can maybe, you know, reinforce some of those things. I think that's really nice. And because the way we learnt at school and the way the kids are learning here is different. So, you know, I think the way you do that is really, really nice. I think that the way you have your goals, these personal goals, and that the kids also, you know, are thinking about those principles and those things are really, really nice about, you know, this resilience and, you know, and being principled in these things. I think that's very special, and not every school places such value in those other softer things apart from the academic, you know, side. Yeah, and I think this other thing that I love, the way you know, have been emphasising this growth mindset, you know, that everybody really does have this potential to be great, you know, and to reach that goal that they might have, and to even find that goal. I think that's important when you're a young person. You don't really know what it is. Is it that I want to be a footballer, or I want to be a doctor, or is it, you know? But iCAN really helps every young person here at school. I think find those things. Yeah, and that's another thing. I think that iCAN recognises each individual and their individual needs. You know, to the extent that if somebody that your child's very close to in their class is having difficulties, that you even reach out to us parents and to that child to help them through that. So you recognise, you know, the really special needs of each individual child. It's not mass learning. It's not, you know, it's individualised and really special.
I think iCAN presents itself as having quite a family ethos, and we have found that to be very true. Certainly the cohort of teachers are mainly quite young, and I think with their youth there's also an energy and an enthusiasm that you don't always find in other schools, and that comes across in their teaching, but it also comes across in the other events that the school participates in. There's always a lot of teachers present. They're very encouraging. They know every child in the school, so there is a sense that people know each other and get on well together. It's a very good sense of